What's up, YouTube? This is TheBillyBobHD bringing you another Let's Play. Today I've got some more Hearts of Iron 4. We're playing as Legionary Romania. Last episode we cleared out the Iberian Peninsula down here. So I've left Blue Group down here to guard the coast. And then what we ended up doing was taking our Purple Group here, 31 divisions, and taking them up here towards Brussels as the Allies were starting to break out on us a little bit. Which, was a little concerning, especially since I was trying to conserve some manpower up here. We're above 100k, but, you know, that's a little scary. And so, my guys are rolling through here pretty well, actually. We're seeing some green numbers here as we drive towards Brussels, and my men continue to advance, which is great. You can see there's a absolute shit ton of Allied divisions, 24 of them, 23 of them, hold up here in this province, and looks like my tank division is trying to do something about that. We got a new military factory available, and so we're working on building up our jet fighters to try and take on the English Channel at some point, which will be interesting because the next series of episodes, I guess, will be us trying to do something about the English Channel here and trying to see if we can get Germany to engage in Operation Sea Lion. So we'll see how that goes eventually. We're missing one tungsten. I have plenty of civilian factories available to me, so if I go down here, tungsten, we've been buying from China. You know what, I'm going to start buying from Blue Shirt Portugal next, just to help them out, because we just liberated them. And then we've got a new research slot available. Let me make sure I clicked on the right one here. We're done with our industrial techs. We can go ahead and try to grab some of the encryption stuff here next. So we'll go ahead and do that. We have lost millions of men in this struggle. We have 2 nukes that are available. I'd like to be able to deliver a nuke over to London at some point in the series. But yeah, approaching 3 million men now that we've lost, which is pretty crazy. The Allies continue to hold Crete down here. Greece is independent. They've tried to invade me a couple times up here through my coast, which we fought back pretty nicely. And then I just inserted a humongous fleet out here. Yeah, you can see it here with 60 ships. Most of them subs and destroyers. Actually, all of them subs and destroyers, I should say. I would like to build some bigger ships, too. You can see we've got just a ton of dockyards working on convoys and submarines and destroyers. And so if I go to my research here, let's see. We could start on some heavy cruisers or battleships, battle cruisers, which those actually turn into battleship 3s eventually, which is fine. But I think that's going to be our next research slot that we use. Try to build up the Navy a little bit more. Start really challenging here in the Mediterranean, because France does hold all of this as well. And I'd really like to see Portugal and Spain trying to build out their own divisions at some point, because they have plenty of factories available to them. At least to get something going. We have approached Brussels now. Actually, did we take Brussels? Yes, we did. It's in the German hands now as we speak, which is great. Production-wise, we've gone up here now. We've got filled for everything that I'm showing, which is perfect. So again, we've gotten bogged down a little bit again here as we roll towards Antwerp, etc. But you can see my manpower just took a humongous hit in making those advances, and so I think I'm going to tell my guys to stay put, remain on the defensive here, just to continue conserving manpower. Luxembourg is back in the German Reich hands now, so that the Allies cannot break out towards the south any further, and I've got to let that manpower regenerate as much as possible. Reinforcement-wise, yeah, see, it's requiring another 20k there to pump guys out to my divisions. But things looking pretty good. You can see a lot of green now happening over here on the German front. I'm going to put it up to speed 4. We just have shitloads of political power left. Which, you know, we could try things like getting France to move over to and boost party popularity there. You can see that none of them, they're already in the war against us. Are there any neutral countries left on the map? I don't really think so. Unless you look at Sweden up here, who is not part of a faction. Is Norway? They are part of the Allies. Is Sweden the only non-aligned country left in Europe? Finland as well. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and boost. Oh, we're already boosting party popularity there. So that's good. I'm going to do the same for Finland. Boost party popularity. Fascist. Perfect. We could stage a coup at some point. As this not 10% of non-aligned continues to swing our way. Which would be great. Missing equipment production fighter. Yes, I know. So speaking of fighters, let's go ahead and check out the air war. Looking good around here. I can actually take these 500 close air supports, reel them back into my reserves, because we don't really need close air support here in the Iberian region. And where are those 200 other fighters? They must be sitting here. Yeah. So take you away. Perfect. We can actually try to plug those probably back up here in Brussels. I do remember from the previous episodes that we're showing red up here. Yes, and we continue to do so. They've got 800 fighters there. New military factory available. Awesome. Again, we're going to plug it into the jet fighter production. Very good. Guys, I have 115 military factories, which is pretty fucking stout. Missing one rubber. That's not going to hurt anybody's feelings here for the moment. And we do continue to enjoy a 70% national unity. Iran here. You are not part of a faction. I'm already boosting party popularity there. To get them to fight the Raj. That would be nice. Afghanistan. How many divisions do you have? You've got somewhat of some divisions lined up. And your political status is heading somewhat fascist. So I'm going to boost party popularity there as well. What's going on down here? Okay, some of them trying to invade the Turkish coast there, which they're doing a good job of holding that off for me. Yeah, and my guy's now just sitting here nicely, trying to conserve that manpower. We're up to 67k now. So really going to try to let that regenerate. Logistics-wise, fighters, jet fighters. I have 100 plus 188 available to us. The next jet fighter level we're working on. It's not supposed to really roll around until 1950, but that's all right. Advanced rocket engines is complete. So we're going to go back to our naval techs here, and we're going to research out the Battleship 1. Also, do I have appropriate naval doctrines researched? Yeah. We've got a bunch of them, mostly helping the submarine detection, carrier organization. This one, capital ship raiders. That's a good one to get. So we could grab these raider patrols as well, eventually, once we start spinning out the battleship production. 233 factories overall. It's pretty crazy. So we're going to let them continue to burn their manpower up against my defensive line that we've held up here against Brussels. New military factory, of course. Plugging to the jet fighter. Which that is approaching upwards, you know, at 1.7 per week percentage there on the efficiency. So we're almost up to 1 per day on this line. We're up to 3.25 per day on that line. And got 186 fighters down here, 200 here. A ton of fighters up here in the Alpine region. Which I think, you know what, we're just going to leave these fighters where they may be, because that's really going to help us keep the air superiority in the territories that matter. And then you've got 50 of my fighters now that are trying to shoot down these 600 bombers they've plugged into the Eastern Mediterranean. We've lost 9, they've lost 72. Yeah, so really good numbers there for my fighters going in and trying to do that. Yeah, the jet fighter production is filled at this point. The close air support, however, I've got over 1,000 of those guys in there, right? Could we base guys here in this? No, we couldn't. Too close to the front, I'm assuming. Could we base some fighters here? Yeah, we could. These guys are assigned to northern France at the moment. See, we could throw a bunch of close air supports in there. And now you can see my jet fighters here at 250. Should we throw everyone into the mix? They're going to get slaughtered. Let's throw some close air supports in here. Let's throw 220. Once they arrive, I'm going to have them start helping over here. God, they do need they need fighter coverage though. So it's too early to do that. It's just a waste of planes. So I'll cancel that order. Okay, guys trying to attack me still on this northern front. We do continue to hold Brussels. Antwerp would be next. But again, we're just going to let that sort of play out. Oh, wow. Blue Shirt Portugal now getting the rights to all of this territory down here in Africa. It's pretty cool. And we do have guys that are sort of trapped over here as well. The Allies have made big pushes here in Africa as we have been paying attention to the Western Front. And that's going to be a problem, I think, that we deal with at a later time. Because no one's really making moves anywhere. And I don't want to... Oh. It's because these divisions don't have orders. I tell you what. Let's go ahead and tell you guys to get back on this border. We're going to go ahead and retake that territory. And then we'll start moving down here southwards a little bit. Yeah. And the Allies have not been able to break through on me at all right here, which is good. I do have those tank divisions just sitting there, however. Let's back to my logistics and modern tanks. I've got a ton of extra modern tanks. Over 1,000. Which is wonderful to see. We do need that extra rubber, so let's go ahead and buy from China still. Buy another factory there. Trade-wise, we've got tons and tons of surplus of chromium. Aluminum's looking really good. Oil's looking fantastic. Steel kind of low there, but that's okay. Constructions-wise, let's check this out. Yeah, still have got my civilian factories working on the new nuclear reactor and some additional military factories to come alongside that. And yeah, the Jet Fighter 1 MK1s are popping out now. Pretty nicely. Available planes and reserves. Yes, we have a ton of them, I know. Let's go back here, and look at these numbers. Still over 800 fighters that they have thrown into the mix. There's only 5, I guess, anti-aircraft support. If we were able to get air superiority over here, I could unleash hell on them with my close air supports. I've got over 1,000 of those guys that could roll in there and really just steamroll them. Nationalist Spain and Republican Spain now are being helped out. And then, okay, so these guys now ready to go. Encryption is finished out. Go like that. In the meantime, we are working on our naval doctrines here, so I'm going to start working down towards the battleship modifiers, because I will eventually switch a lot of my dockyards over to the battleship production. And with all of these good numbers here on the German front, I don't see why they're not able to break through a little bit better. It's a little annoying. We are at least making positive headway now on the manpower, though, which is good. If we go over here, yeah, 34K now manpower waiting to arrive at the fronts. So we just reinforced everybody, which is good. And let's see what my casualties are up to now. Have we 2.88 million? How are things going over here in the east? Pretty good. Not much to worry about, really. And, okay, back over here to Northern Africa. 2 divisions, go ahead and march this way for me. Go ahead and try to surround them. These Turkish divisions can attack from this side. Perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Like this. That will be pretty easy. So we've cut them off now, which is fantastic. And then we're going to take out this other French pocket here next, I think. Centrometric radar is done. Very cool. Decryption. Let's continue to get these techs, these electronic techs. I did earlier game try to plug everything I could into all right, front line here now. Okay, guys, go ahead. Get into position, because we are going to try to take back Tripoli. And then, you know, we may send them over this way to try to combat those forces, but... Oh, no! I actually had a division that is trapped over here. Where are the rest of them? Oh, no. That is definitely an oversight on my part. I've let the British get the best of me here in Eastern Africa. Shoot. I'm almost wondering if we don't try to take this, these brown groups here. Let's try to clean up some of this. And then I'm going to immediately send them down towards the east where we were just looking. So if you could just go like this, boom, boom, boom. That'll cut off that guy there. These Turkish divisions, just go ahead and mount an attack like that. And then you guys are just going to roll into Tripoli uncontested, like this. And you guys can, yeah, just go ahead and move forward like this. You cut off here. You're going to change orders to go here first and then just drive across these territories like this. There you are. Overrun. Awesome. So we're going to push back in Africa, guys. That's going to be something that we're going to look at here. And then Brussels does remain intact. Let's double check our fighters here. Where are you? Here. Plus 447. So we're going to let that continue to build up before we send them in to die against the crazy Allied air support that they're experiencing. And then, okay, a lot of their subs now being trashed by us. New military factory. Let's go like that. Again, back into the Jet Fighter 1 production, so over 1 per day there now. And then, yeah, the Turks fighting very hard here to keep the Greeks away. Going absolute ape shit on their navies too, which is cool. You're going to go this way. Tripoli is taken. Back into the Italian hands. Nice. And then my turquoise unit down here in Africa getting absolutely crushed. But they are holding out somehow. Which is nuts to me. Strategic destruction now finished there from a air doctrine standpoint. And then what's this one? Tactical bomber, don't need that. Interception detection, yes. We're going to be driving down. Whoops, cancel. We need to do this with the new slot. So there you are. 158 days left. Manpower back up to 82k now. Drive through there. You, sir, will drive like this. You come down here. You go like this. So we're going to continue gobbling up that territory. Oh no. Alexandria is under siege. El Alamein has been retaken by the British. We're definitely winning the war. I mean, you can see our side here with the 21% in favor of us, which is fantastic. So we continue to hold the line here for the Germans as they're supposed to be pushing in from the east. Not really going that well. This little pocket, too, is super annoying. Iberian Peninsula is still safe at the moment. Okay. You guys come in like this and this. That'll finish that for Brown Group. So, after you guys go in there, we're going to assign you a new front line. And I'm going to start it like up here and go down like this. So I'll let them go ahead and gobble that up, and then we'll head on in. Perfect. Okay. Are they all headed down? Yes, they are. They could take some attrition, though, as they get down into there. But let's go ahead and line up on the line there. We'll make a push back over towards Cairo and Alexandria. Try to save our guys. Russian Empire has capitulated. Very cool. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Again, this has been the Billy Bob HD. Please remember to like, subscribe, and or comment if you've enjoyed this content. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm going to try to rescue these forces down here in Eastern Africa. We'll see how that goes, and we'll catch you next time.